Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. And welcome to this sleeving stream. I finally got everything set up and I'm not all the way happy with it in terms of like doing actual gaming here, but I think I'm far enough sorry, frog in my throat. I think I'm far enough along that I can probably at least do a sleeving stream just to see how everything works. So, pardon me, so advanced apologies, you're going to hear a whirring start. I'm actually getting a foot bath going because I went for a long walk this morning and my feet are giving it to me. It's a lot better now than it was earlier, but I'm still not having a lot of fun with it. So figure a good foot bath is probably going to be what the doctor ordered. But anyway, before we get started with some sleeving, I actually have an impromptu product unboxing as well. So I just got this envelope in from Great Britain looking at it. And if this is what I think it is, it's actually pretty early, but I'm not going to complain about it. Let's see what's inside here. It's another envelope coming from LCG Tokens on Etsy. So, got that. If I can ever get the blasted thing open. And, ooh. Okay, so we've got a mailer inside a mailer. Joy, joy. Alright, there's the... Okay, that's the packing slip. Thank you for choosing to enhance your Arkham LCG experience. May the Elder Sign be most prevalent in your adventures. How appropriate. And it's got an image of a tentacle on here. So I'll show you guys that real quick. But yeah, saying they hope the Elder Sign is prevalent, but then giving you a tentacle. Fantastic. Anyway. So let's see what's actually in here. Now, ooh, nice! So what we have here, I'll bring it up into camera shot so you can see. These are actually the exhaust tokens that they make. Usually when you're playing in the card game, let me bring one into the shot here. So I'll focus it there. But yeah, so these are the exhaustion tokens that they normally use. Usually in an actual game, you just turn the card. I don't know if you can really see it there. You'd usually just turn the card sideways and to show that something's exhausted that way. But admittedly, that's not what I have in mind. This isn't the game I have these in mind for. So I actually want to use these in Eldritch Horror because I've been looking for a way to denote that a character is exhausted depending on how it's going to show up on camera. But yeah, so that's it for the unboxing. Now, I get that it's going to be dull as dishwater to watch me sleeve cards. So what I figure here, I see we've got a couple of people who have joined the stream. Welcome aboard. So what I figure on doing here is I figure on having this like a mostly open forum for you guys to kind of pick my brain, maybe I'll get to know you guys a little bit better. But I figure this is a good way I can let you guys ask some questions. I'll answer most questions. I just ask that you respect a couple of limits on that. Politics and religion, sorry, my voice cracked there. Politics and religion are absolutely off limits. And if I deem something too personal, I'm probably not going to answer that either. But otherwise, everything's pretty much fine, fair game. So just ask your questions in chat, and I'll answer them as best I can. So anyway, let's get on with the sleeving. So I've got a couple of different sizes of sleeves here. Before I do, something I've been curious about for a while. So I've got these Gamegenic sleeves. These are basically a replacement for the Fantasy Flight sleeves that I have been using a lot. Anybody who knows anything in the Arkham files knows that you go through a lot of sleeves. So a couple of months ago, Fantasy Flight actually swapped out their sleeves and started going with Gamegenic sleeves instead. So I want to see how these are going to be different. Hopefully not at all, but I have my doubts about that. I've heard that these are going to end up being very different. But let's find out here. Alright, so There are the Fantasy Flight sleeves. And the game Genic. Okay, so I don't think they seem like they're too different at first glance. So that's actually something of a relief. So yeah, thank goodness. Unfortunately, I'll have to save the Fantasy Flight sleeves for the Fantasy Flight sleeves for the Arkham Files. But thankfully, the first game I'm going to sleeve here will take predominantly these mini sleeves. So let's go ahead and grab that first. Ugh. So the first game I'm going to sleeve here is one of the big dungeon crawls I've got. One of my favorite genres in the tabletop gaming world is the dungeon crawl. So this is Massive Darkness from Cool Mini or Not. It takes a lot of mini cards, and that's what I needed all these sleeves for. So we'll go ahead and get that going first. I'll also get a quick Towers of Time going. And we will take it away. So crack this thing open. Give you a tag partner there, Joker. And away you go. Okay. So these are what I'm aiming for. So those are the mini cards we're going to be sleeving here. We can get that out of the way. I'll set that over for now. I'll go ahead and get all these open. Give these a quick sort. Alright, got all those. All the door cards. So I'm kind of just starting into Massive Darkness. So far, this seems like the closest I've gotten to like a true RPG experience in the tabletop gaming world, where you actually kind of level up your actual character. Now, I've started playing Arkham Horror, the card game, on the channel as well. The reason I don't really consider that a true RPG in like the sense of leveling up your character is because you're actually not really leveling up the character. You're leveling up your deck. And I think that's one of the... And I've also started playing Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace, which is the new video game that just came out for that couple weeks ago, I want to say. But the main problem I have with that game is there's really no leveling progression that I can see. Granted, I'm only about 4 scenarios in. I'm actually on the 4th scenario right now. So maybe there is progression coming up on that later. But so far, I haven't found any kind of leveling progression in that game. So that's going to be kind of a knock against Mother's Embrace, where there's, like I said, there's really none of that progression there. And you get to see all of the Arkham Files characters, but I don't know. There's just... The controls to me seem very clunky. I think that's the word I want for it. But no, come on. Controls seem clunky. I mean, there's just too much of hit cultist in head with wrench or handy dandy object, whatever you might be able to find. So yeah, that's going to get very boring after a while. I can already tell that. So yeah. Anyway. Like I said, I know this is not the most exciting content in the world, but it does at least for me need to get done. So I figure might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Just let you guys ask questions if you want. Unfortunately, I see the chat is pretty barren, but there's really nothing I can do about that. Very new channel. Also, speaking of being a very new channel, I do want to welcome all of my subscribers to the channel. But I did mention that in my Dream Eaters upgrades video, which you can look for on the channel. So also make sure you turn on notifications so that you'll know when I go live. I'm probably not going to go live too often. I'm still experimenting with streaming, but that's where things are at. I figured I was at least far enough along with the setup, and I was teasing you guys about this anyway. Figured I'd at least give you the sleeving stream that I've been promising for weeks on end now. So oh, That is actually, that foot bath actually feels really good right now. Stop falling over on me. Come on. And sorry for the sputters on going live as well. I was still trying to get stream stuff set up with OBS and getting all that configured. So, but at least now I seem to have a hold of that. So I shouldn't have any problems going live in the future. But anyway. Okay, that's just a defense item. Sorry, I don't mean to be yawning like crazy. 5 a.m. came up way too early this morning. And I'll be up at 5 a.m. again tomorrow morning with an early morning workout, getting ready to film tomorrow's scenario. Which reminds me, tomorrow's scenario, it'll probably go up later in the week, but the plan right now is the Dreamers are going to continue their search for Kadath. They're going to start their search for Kadath. They're going to continue their campaign. So that should be interesting. Unfortunately, they did get rocked on their first scenario. They suffered a mental trauma apiece coming out of that first scenario. So the Waking Investigators fared a little bit better. They actually came away with 7 experience, but Jenny also suffered a mental trauma from having to leave her sister behind because I was not pushing my luck with a giant spider in the way. So yeah, it took me almost everything to try to kill the first one of the spiders that came up. And when the second came up guarding Jenny's sister, I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to even bother tempting fate on that. So yeah, that's where things are at right now. I've also got to decide what I'm doing as far as like an off-camera campaign is concerned, because my group on Friday nights just started our Innsmouth conspiracy campaign. Who do we have? We have Ursula Downs, who is also active in my Dream Eaters campaign here. Who's Kevin playing? Kevin's playing William York. That's right. Well, we got one person playing Ursula, one person playing William York, the Gravedigger, another playing Tony Morgan with 60 experience put in, and I'm kind of the scrub of the group. I didn't put... And those go falling over on me. I didn't put any experience into my deck, but I'm playing the healer of the group. I'm playing Carolyn Fern. So I'm the psychologist. I didn't put any experience into my deck because I usually don't like starting a campaign with additional weaknesses in. It's why I always yell at our... It's part of why I always yell at our one person who likes to start when he plays a mystic with... what's the card? It's not Arcane... Is it Arcane Research? I wouldn't swear to the name of that, but it's a card that lets you upgrade your... It's a permanent card that lets you upgrade your first spell for 2 less experience, but when you take it, you have to suffer a mental trauma. And especially when a campaign is kind of hazardous, I don't usually like going into it with trauma, but that's just kind of how my mind works on that. Especially if you're going to get busted up as it is in the campaign. But again, it is what it is. Who knows, maybe it'll grow on me later, but we'll have to see about that. And there I go, yawning like crazy again. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, that is definitely what I needed. 2 towers left here. Turn that over to Katana, and we'll let her get going. Oh, forgot these are tag assist towers. These towers like to mess with my characters a little bit just by pummeling them, so go ahead and give her some consumables, and we'll let the show go on. And would you look at that, just like that, I'm already through my first pack of sleeves. I always find it funny when these Mortal Kombat characters swap relationship advice around. Just knowing my own fate on that front. Come on. There we go. Other way. Right. Oh, that's gonna fall over before too long. Probably just end up throwing those back in the bag before too long. Ow. Keep those somewhat together. Gotta love the brutalities. I've got 2 more games over here I'm going to be sleeving as well. Also dungeon crawls, just like this one. But those 2 are actually part of the Dungeons and Dragons system of... And there go the level 1 treasures tumbling. Alright, I'm going to fight with that in a minute. Let's get Katana these consumables and get her moving. We'll give her a plasma-infused rocket. Alright, that's all handled, and the level 2s went fanning out as well. Lovely. There we go, that's all handled. I'm going to knock that over again if I'm not careful. Let's see if I can organize these sleeves again at least a little bit. Go. Fantastic. Oh. Gotta put that crystal light somewhere where I'm not such a human contortionist to get at it. That should work. Alright, much better. That's gonna go falling again. I think we are gonna start putting these back in the bag when I'm done sleeving. When I'm done sleeving a stack, it's going back in the bag. Hopefully that'll make me panic a lot less, but probably not, knowing my luck. So we'll just prop it up like that for the time being, I guess. My guess is I'm probably going to need another bag once I get these all sleeved up. But I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. By the way, I'm curious, how much is the sound of the foot bath coming through, if at all? Worst comes to worst, I'll probably have to watch the playback and see how that's, and see if that is coming through. Because I know when I'm recording with my camera, when I'm actually filming the scenarios, I do have to mute absolutely everything else, because sound comes through that thing very clearly. Go. That one was taking a little bit of its sweet time. I have to poke CMON because I've got a ticket out where one of my extended product is missing one of the minis, so I've got a ticket out to them to try to get that replaced. But I might have to poke them and see where things are at on that, because I haven't heard anything back in about a week, and usually these game companies are pretty quick. I know when I had Folklore the Affliction, I had a problem where I had to get some stuff replaced last year, I think, and they actually flipped it pretty quick for me, so odd to me, but what are you gonna do? Well, these are brand new sleeves, so I gotta remember that that's gonna happen on occasion. And that's another pack of sleeves gone. Right. No, we're not gonna use that. I need to make more of those armor consumables. Do that. Where are those missiles? I've been wanting to try those. Ah, here we go. Let's make sure I got these. Yep, there we go. When I'm sleeving, I usually like to put the top of the sleeves away from me, and on my left side, just because, as you can probably, just because I'm a righty, so I usually use my right hand to push the cards down into the sleeve once it actually goes in. flatten those out a little bit. And that goes flying. Flying, I don't think is the word for it. I think falling is probably more likely to be the word I want for it. But get those up against here, just so I know they're not going anywhere. Alright, so that's a third stack down. I have 6 more to go. Thankfully, the treasures are the biggest stacks in this game that I'm sleeving. Some of the stuff in Massive Darkness is actually already sleeved. The stuff that takes bigger sleeves, standard magic size sleeves. Actually, I should probably put that as standard card sized sleeves. Next battle going. Actually, that just crossed 7 o'clock, so it's probably going to be about time to check on the rapid towers. We'll go with Bloody Tonfa. Napalm missiles and prototype electro rockets. Work. So that's got about another 20 minutes to go. We'll come back to this. Yeah, most people would pass on Melina. That's not a surprise. Sorry, if you're wondering what I'm reacting to, it's MK11 dialogue. I've got it playing on mute. So anyway, Massive Darkness. It's actually a campaign-style dungeon crawl. So you're able to level up your characters through the course of... You're able to level up your characters through the course of a campaign. Or actually through the course of a game. So if you've ever played Zombicide, it's by the same company that makes Zombicide. It's made by the same company that makes Zombicide. Seems like it's kind of the same blueprint too, honestly. I'm probably going to play it on channel at some point, but... No, looks like whoever was watching this just had a disconnection blip. Yeah, that happens on occasion. I've had my own fun and games with it of late. Back over there with you. And we have sleeve go flying. Go flying and somehow turn on me. That's weird. Oop, I just started the tower again. And actually this is... Oh no, this is the tag assist tower. For some reason I thought it was the rapid tower, but never mind. I think I've taken too many shots to the head, at least in the Arkham files. A single tower for a rapid tower. That is cool. That means it'll go faster. Put Noob Saibot on that. Oh, okay, we used the recommended consumable already. We'll go with Severed Arm of Shinnok. And we will finish sleeving another stack of Massive Darkness. So that's the level 4 treasures now sleeved up. Put that in there. And just like I was afraid of, I'm probably going to need another bag. So let's see if we can get the treasures sleeved up. No, excuse me. Come on. There we go. Let's remember we have a fatal blow, Noob, shall we? Or that works too. God, that is such a creepy fatality. So, Noob Saibot, one of his fatalities in MK11, I don't know if I should talk about this actually, but it's happening at the moment, so I'm going to. So one of Noob Saibot's fatalities in MK11 is he'll cut a slit in the bottom of his opponent, actually in his opponent's gut, stick a hand in there past shadows in there, and then basically another clone will spit out, will kind of spawn out of his defeated opponent. So yeah, that's kind of a, shall we say, warped way to go, I think. But anyway. So how is everybody doing tonight? I hope you had a wonderful day, whatever you got up to today. Mine was actually pretty quiet. Went grocery shopping early this morning. Did a lot of my prep for the week. I'm still deciding what I want to do for tomorrow. Then went for the aforementioned 8+ mile walk. And why I'm now, again, soaking my feet. Oop, I just was about to start the tower again. Let's not do that. Okay. And if I read the icon right, it looks like Shao Kahn's going to be able to tag in and help. Give this one to Jade. I thought she'd actually use her Fatal Blow. I'd give her the... Well, this is only a 2 battle tower anyway, so... Give her that. On. There we go. Just trying to make sure another batch of treasures doesn't go falling on me here. Treasures in one bag, everything else in another. That could probably work. Looks like I'm just about done with the treasures here anyway, so... Alright. So that's... Yeah, it's going to be a tight fit for everything sleeved, so... I think I'm gonna have to go get another set of bags, another bag here. So I also want to check what that is, what that row is on my iPad. So I'm gonna shut this off for a second so I can go get a fresh sandwich, so I can get a fresh bag for the rest of the sleeving. So I'll set this going first. I'll give you... Yeah, we'll try the energy bow out. Got a whole bunch of new stuff that I've been wanting to try out as far as Towers of Time consumables. Oh. Alright. And I will not be too long. I'll be right back. Oh. These are what bags? These are. That up. Just so I have somewhere I can put the towel. All right. Get the foot bath going again. Get back into it. Oh. And we'll see if we can finish up Massive Darkness here in short order. What did I do with... Oh, here's my phone. Scheduled delivery for that got changed again? Now what is it? Wait. Hold the phone. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. If this is what I think it is, I wouldn't be surprised. But... package. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Wait a minute, 1Z. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that text. I mean, unfortunately, the package that I'm waiting on has already been delayed heavily, so I'm tempted to try to reach out to her on Monday and see what the story is with that. But yeah, I'll have to kick that around a little bit. Let's give this tower to Rain. Missile as well. We will give him that. That's the knockout missile, it looks like. Okay. Off you go then. So that is the last event sleeved. I'll have to figure out how to close this box once I'm done, but I also hope I'm going to have enough sleeves to get this done. But we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Jeez. These sleeves are sometimes a little on the adventurous side. Now I'm starting to wonder if I ordered enough sleeves. Wouldn't that suck if I didn't? Alright. Another. There we go, that'll work. And off you go. Alright, as the door is sleeved. We have two stacks. We have two stacks left in the massive darkness, and I think we're gonna get through I think we're gonna have enough sleeves, but only just. That's gonna go tumbling on me. Right, these can actually hit the circular file while I'm at it. And the last thing is the starting equipment. Jeez. I'm pretty sure my cobwebs have cobwebs by now. With sleeves to spare, I think we're going to have enough. Let's do that. That'll work. Give those consumables a whirl. Just that. Oh, I can't slide too far forward, unfortunately. Yeah, that's Rambo for you. Actually, I've never seen the Rambo movies. I've got the collection here. One of these days I'm going to need to go through it. Oh, looks like I had two cards stuck together there. Moderately annoying, but again, what are you going to do? And the Massive Darkness stack, and Massive Darkness, is now all clear. Alright. We probably have, what is that, 15, 20, maybe like 25-ish sleeves to spare. But anyway. So that's all done. There we go. So I'll put those in with these. Come on. There we go. Okay. Alright, so before I put Massive Darkness away, let me show you an example of one of the character pads that you might have over the course of a campaign. So this is the Blood Moon Netrunner campaign. You can see how the experience there will let you can see how you can spend the experience to upgrade your character. Oops, let me pull that back a little bit. Didn't expect I'd zoom it in that far. Come on. And the light lighting in here is pretty bad too, but let's try this camera. Maybe I'll have better luck here. But anyway, so you're able to spend your experience as you earn it in the course of a scenario and upgrade your abilities, your skills, what have you. So there's that character progression, whereas Arkham it's more deck progression where you're able to take stronger cards for your deck. But anyway, that's Massive Darkness. I'll go ahead and get this stuff moved back over. This is going to be fun to close. Boy. Okay. Push that down there. Don't think that's going to be a perfect fit. Oh, crap, that is heavy. Alright, so that's 1 down, 2 to go. Alright, let's go to our next game. We're going to be sleeving. This is the first of the dungeon. This is the first of my collection of the Dungeons and Dragons dungeon crawls. This is Wrath of Shardalon. I think this was I don't think this was the first game to come out. It doesn't look like it was. I think it was the second. Looks like it came between Castle Ravenloft and The Legend of Drizzt, I want to say, is the third one in the series, but I wouldn't swear to it. But anyway, that's not what's important here. What is important is getting in here and sleeving the cards in here. So I've already got 2 bags of cards, which is going to be appropriate because I think I'm going to end up in at least 2 bags of cards when this one's done. Fortunately, these take a much larger sleeve. And what I'm going to use for these are standard size sleeves. So these Ultra Pro Clears, which you may recognize from the scenarios in the Arkham Horror card game sessions. Those are the same sleeves that I use, but alright, we'll go ahead and get these out. I'll put those out of my way. Alright, so we've got adventures, boons, chambers, and it looks like all our character powers. So fighter, dragonborn wizard, paladin, cleric, rogue. Get the next tower going here. We'll give you Cetrion. Oh. Actually, never mind. I think, yeah, opponent tag assist is active anyway, so I wouldn't be able to use those consumables anyway. Alright, now, encounters, there's a lot of these. Okay. Sequence of play. Treasure. And monster. Okay, I'm going to go through this pack and like nothing flat. In fact, I'll actually start with the sequence of play cards because those are the smallest of the bunch. So I think we'll probably just empty this quite nicely. Hang on. I like the watermark to the back. Which means I want to put it like that. I think I'll have 1 sleeve left when I get done with these. Yep. Well, yeah, looks like 1 sleeve left on this first pack. That was a very small pack of sleeves. Probably got decimated by one of the last batches I did of probably, was it a, no, I don't think it was a batch. I think it was probably an encounter set that I had to sleeve. But I have a lot of these sleeves just because I use them for my encounter cards, so. Alright, so that's all done. Let's get the encounters next. Change these. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to be at this all night, so thank you for joining the stream. And I might do more of these in the future. I haven't decided yet. It depends on how big a batch of sleeving I have to do. But be well, stay safe, take care of your loved ones, and I'll be back with the next scenario later this week. Until then, take care, everyone.